Hey guys, this is Lisa Mackey, and welcome to the channel that helps you succeed through your own uniqueness. In this video, I'm going to interview a fellow coach. She happens to be my friend, and we actually have the same faith. And so this is going to be a wonderful interview with her. And we're going to talk about what we think is going on with businesses affected by the pandemic. And we're also going to share our thoughts on what we believe businesses should do to adapt to the new normal. And a lot of other things for sure that we're going to talk about. And so let me introduce this wonderful lady to you. Her name is Regina Green. And Regina is a healthy lifestyle and business strategist who helps women live healthy and move with clarity, confidence, and courage so they can experience a lifestyle of time and financial freedom doing what they love to do and feeling good about it. Regina is a wife of a football coach, a mother of three beautiful children, and an Army veteran. Wow. She is a lover of God, books, traveling, and people. No wonder she's a coach. And she is also a certified John Maxwell team coach, speaker, and certified health and wellness coach through the School of Villanova. She teaches on living a healthy lifestyle and pursuing entrepreneurship. Her favorite areas to share with others are career, transition, spiritual truths, health, health and wellness, marriage, and wealth mindset. That's very interesting. She considers it an honor to share truths with God's people and helping them move towards their God-given destiny. So, I'm going to introduce Regina Green to you and let's proceed with our interview. Okay, I have a powerful coach here with me. She does a lot of things, health coaching, but she's more concerned about the development of people. And so I'd like to welcome Regina Green for this segment. Hi, Regina. And Regina and I
Hello.
have been friends for a while, and we've brainstormed over a lot of things. And it's really nice to have a fellow coach with me here in this segment. So, hi, Regina.
Hello. Thank you for having
Finally.
me. I appreciate it.
I know it's so nice to have you finally. So, one of the things that I admire about you is you are an ex-military. You're a military veteran turned
U.S. Army.
turned entrepreneur. So tell me more about that, like how you transitioned from being a military veteran and now you are a business person, an entrepreneur.
Oh, it was a journey. It was a journey. It was like it took some tears and Holy Spirit seeking and all of that good stuff, and really following what it is that I really felt called to do. And so I went from the military because I was driven, was supposed to do 20 years, but that didn't happen. Then I got out of the military, went into the corporate world, did some years there, and finally just felt that call to walk away and to start something different, to actually answer the call. I felt deep down, I remember sitting at work one day, and I said to one of my coworkers, I'm going to be a life strategist. That's what I'm going to be. And she looked at me like I had three heads, like, what is that? I'm like,
Yeah,
you'll see,
what
you'll
is
see.
that? Where did that come from?
You know what? I started studying, I started following a prophet. I love her work. She actually started doing she was doing life coaching and she was like preaching and she was prophesying. She was doing all these things. And I saw that she was helping people in business. I'm like, this exists. This is real, and that's
This
how and
exists.
she was
I like
a life
that.
strategist. So that's how I said, I'm going to be a life strategist. But I went on, and it was years after that I decided to finally accept the call as a healthy lifestyle and business strategist. That I am now, but it took some mindset work. It took a lot to be able to get to this place, to really accept the call and own it and
Mm,
move in it.
I love it. I love it. So the your experience as an army girl, I'd rather call it an army girl.
That's
Your
fine.
experience as an army girl really helped you be the person that
Yeah.
you are now in business, right?
Absolutely. Having the leadership skills and having the, you know, the mindset shifts that I had, because coming out of high school, going into the military, it took a lot of mindset shifts, because anybody who's been to basic training know that that's all mental. And so help building that mental muscle of, this is just a game. This is just training. I'm on a training ground. And so I need the training in order to get to the next space in my life. And so leading people, being able to encourage people, helping people lead in the front lines, like those things were a huge training ground. And I like to look at it in my spiritual journey as the same. Like, it's all
Oh
just a
yeah.
training ground where we're training for the next space, for the next level, for the next position. It's all just training. It's not really, this is not where I'm supposed to be. This is your training for your next.
That's good. That's good. The reason why I'm asking is because I've encountered people who just want to start a business, right? They just want to shift from their careers to a business just because the business is trending or popular, and that's why. What can you say about that? I mean, you're saying that your experience in the military actually helped you become the business person that you are now. So, what can you say to people who just want to start a business, but they're not really considering their past experiences?
Right. I would say consider it all, count up your costs, and really know that I always hear people say, this is my side hustle. I don't like people to call business a side hustle. This is a call. I believe it's a call, whether you think it's a side hustle or not, especially when it comes to the coaching industry and helping people create the transformation or develop into the person that they're supposed to be, reach goals. I think this is a call. And I think it's much more than just a side hustle. And for that individual, I challenge you to think about, why is it that you really want to do this? Is it really about money? Because
That's
for
good.
me, chasing money is not a thing anymore. Like, having money is good. Chasing money is not. And so look at why it is that you want to do this. And don't just jump out there because you think that you can make a lot of money.
That's
And then you're not really interested in the wealth and the health of the individual that you will be walking along. Even if it's not coaching, even if it's any type of business, do you really care about people? Do you really want to see people win? Do you really want to sell a product that people will experience something good from it? Don't just go out there and just do anything. Seek God, and go out there with the heart to serve, not just to make a lot of money. That's what I would say.
That's good. That's really good, because what's really happening is a lot of people are getting influenced by a lot of media or social media influencers.
Hmm.
It's like, I made 5 million doing this, or I made 1 million doing this, and so people think it's just that easy doing those certain things. But what we are forgetting, or what a lot of people are forgetting, even those who are already in business, is that it all starts with a service orientation. And,
Right.
and this is one of the things that I'm seeing that's becoming more and more valuable during this pandemic, because there's a lot of businesses that have been affected. And so looking at their business, if a business, let me put it this way. If a business is established or founded on the right foundation, meaning it's service first. More than the money, it's service first. The money comes easy. But if
Right.
you're really service oriented, then whatever storm comes your way, you'll always find yourself serving others. It's
Right.
that serving that business is birthed.
Right.
Everything
Yes.
you give, it comes back to you. So
Absolutely.
is that same thing happening to you right now, or has it happened to you in the past that brought about business for you? Like just
Right.
people.
I'm sorry. It went out.
Okay, just serving others. Has that happened to you when you were just focused on serving, and then that service actually translated to a sale or to a client later on?
Let me think about that. So yeah, a lot of the things that I did, even at work, I wrote out manuals for people. I sat down and took it upon myself to write out step-by-step guides of how to do certain things, and just encourage people. Or may have seen a negative conversation going in the wrong direction, just come along and just kind of change that conversation. So yeah, having that service, I will say, I mentored, coached people for free before I started charging for it. And what I did see was, maybe because it was a fear of my own within myself, was when you start charging for it, the question, will people pay you for it? And then you see people who really only want it for free, but they do absolutely nothing with the advice that you give to them.
I
So it's
know.
like you're not valuing your time, they're not valuing your time. And so those were some of the fears that I had, but it was also fuel to continue to do what I was doing because I knew that people needed it. That's all an entrepreneur is.
I like that.
An entrepreneur really is just, you see a problem and you create a solution for it. You find a solution for a problem and then you create an income to do it. Now, it's not about money. I used to be afraid to talk about money. I'm not afraid to talk about money because the Bible tells us that he wants us to live an abundant life, a prosperous life. And I do believe that. And if we take responsibility and do what he tells us to do, I believe that we all can be, if that is if we follow the path of what the word says for us, I believe it can happen. And so chasing that money is not the thing to do, but knowing that you have a service, you have a solution to someone's problem is what really helps people to say, wait a minute, I trust this person who's adding value already, who's already added a lot of value to me, who really cares about me. I'm going to trust you with this problem. And one of the things for me, being a health coach and a business strategist and all of that, yes, I struggled with eating whatever I wanted to eat. And I wasn't really big, but just struggling with that and being able to find a solution for that for individuals who's trying to figure it all out. I have a solution. Even when it comes to business and you're questioning yourself and you don't feel good enough, I have a solution for that. So yes, being in service before business has really opened the door. Now, let me just also say this. I remember talking to one of my girlfriends about being a business owner, and I could not think of what am I good at. And I remember telling her, all I can do is talk. Like, can they pay me to talk? I'll talk, okay? And to be able to find something where I can do a lot of talking is fun. However, coaching, I'm learning the listening game is much more important than the talking game. So
Totally different.
Journey.
I like what you said, that it's really about solving problems. So have you encountered or do you know anyone who has a business or probably a job? Let's just focus on business, who has a business and whose business was actually badly affected by the crisis? Do you know someone personally?
Yeah, I do. I know several people that I follow whose business has been affected because they haven't set it up for it to be in kind of online where you can make money without actually physically being there. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good, because I want things more personal instead of just talking about what we observe from the outside, But so what advice can you give that specific person that and whose business suffered? What advice can you give in relation to solving a problem?
We are creators. We are born creators. We're called to create. And I believe strategies are downloaded into us, given to us for a reason. And that idea that comes to you in the middle of the night, or when you're washing dishes, or if you're in the shower, follow that, because I believe that is the start to what you probably need to go into. Yeah. I know I shared with you how, God spoke to me about, doing this health thing. He gave me a dream, and it was for a reason. I'm like, no, I want to train and speak. And, look at what happened to it. Had I not followed and been in the online industry, I don't know where I would be. So I would challenge the individual to look at ways that you don't have to be always present. You need hands that can go beyond your hands in order to bring in an income.
That's good. Because, earlier we were talking about building it on the right foundation. And one foundation is knowing that it's about service. If you start being about service, then everything else will go well with you, because you're always thinking of serving people. So even if a crisis comes, you're still out there doing service for others.
Absolutely.
And those people who you help right now for free, just serving through business, these are the very people who are going to come back to you when the economy is back up, or they're going to refer you to other people. And then with problems, talking about problems, one of the foundation also of a business, if you're planning to start a business, is, or even if you're redefining your business, is you need to really know what problems you're solving.
Absolutely.
I believe, Regina, that we will always go back to those same types of problems, because this is actually what my brand, Your Own Uniqueness, is about. Our uniqueness comes with everything else that should be attached to our business. Like, what problems are you drawn to? Those are the same types of problems you will solve over and over and over again. Even if you change
Right.
businesses, you'll be drawn to
Right.
that same problem. So the best way to look at the situation right now, if you're suffering during this pandemic, is, what problem is my business really meant to solve? And if you don't have that, it's now the time to think about that.
Right.
Those are the same problems. Just like let's talk about your business. What problem are you specifically solving?
So I saw several different types of problems. One of the main one, honestly, underneath the health, losing weight, starting a business, it's really, like you said, the same problems that keep showing up. Is confidence, is courage. Yeah, and it's just developing your potential from within. It's always that. Like underneath all of that, I help you develop your potential. I help you gain the confidence, the clarity, and the courage to move into the call that's a part of your life. And so whether it's you losing weight, whether it's you developing a different type of mindset, whether it's you starting your business using your gifts and talents, it's all underlined underneath who am I and how can I boldly walk in who I'm called to be and be successful at it.
Okay, so you're saying that if I, for instance, have a problem with binging on food, that the underlying issue is that lack of confidence and all those other things?
Yeah,
Oh,
it boils down to a lack of confidence, a lack of discipline. It's you not knowing really the value of your temple. And so that goes back to confidence, not confidence in yourself, but confidence in your creator who created you and how powerful and how fearlessly and wonderfully you're made. It goes back to that. So you have no confidence in that. And so you fuel your body with things that do not align with what you're supposed to be fueling your body with. Because if you recognize that, then you'll begin to do yourself a favor and start changing the way you do life.
so you are a transformational health coach.
Yes.
Go
Absolutely.
down to the very issues of the problem. I love that. I love that.
Yes.
I
Yes.
knew
Absolutely.
there's a reason why we got connected. I
Oh yeah.
really want to
Absolutely.
go deep on that. Yeah. So it's really good that you're touching on this. So how has this crisis affected your business negatively and positively?
So funny enough, it hasn't affected my business negatively. It actually has affected my business positively because people are looking for health. People want to get healthy, especially with the virus that's happening right now. People want to know, how do I fuel my body? How do I build my immune system? How do I survive if the coronavirus was to attack my body? Am I healthy enough to survive this thing? Can I do it? And so my business has grown in the area of health. When it comes to the speaking and the corporate training, it kind of slacked back, but still speaking online because, again, creators create and they started creating platforms online where you can actually speak online and it doesn't even have to affect that. So honestly, it hasn't. It has not, because of the online presence that I've already had, and people are coming, people are wanting to know more. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, I'm going to throw something in that I didn't really think about until now. So, do you believe? Because I remember one of my biggest struggles in business was I just had so many services to offer, and people around me, strategists, marketers, were telling me you have to narrow down and just create a specific niche for your business, and I struggled with it.
Yes, I did too.
Yeah, and I remember I attended this networking meeting and I had my name tag, Lisa Mackey Consulting, and they're like, and this guy was like, "Hi, Lisa, what consulting do you do?" And I was stuck for a moment because I didn't know what to say. Like, okay, where do you want me to start? So in a way that affected me, but now I'm seeing the benefits of having different types of services,
Right.
because one service may have suffered, but then there are other services that are helping sustain me.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that I struggled with too, just being able to find, okay, what is my superpower? Like, where do I lie in this? Because I love and have a passion for many different things, not
Me
just one
too.
thing. And so I had a hard time really trying to figure out what is that one thing that I'm supposed to be doing. But again, like I said, it all lies in the clarity, the confidence, and the courage. Rather, I'm helping you find your niche or helping you find your health, reaching your health goal. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's all the same. And so if I find that underlining superpower, which is for me, it really is helping people to define what their gifts are. How do I use it and magnify my message through the gift? And how do I build the confidence, the clarity, and the courage to move towards that goal? I mean, at the end of the day, I can say I'm a healthy lifestyle business strategist, coach, this or that. It doesn't really matter.
Etc.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We can have different hats as long as we understand what is
I
the
love that.
underlying goal at the end of the day.
I love that. I love that. So, for those who are struggling in business right now, Regina, what advice can you give them to better prepare themselves for the new normal? Because you and I know that the old normal is not going to happen again. You know,
Right.
I don't want the old normal. I want a
No.
new normal. Seriously, I want something different. I want a new season. So, what can you say to those whose businesses have been badly affected by the crisis, and how do they adapt to the new normal?
Monetize your message. You have a testimony, you have a story. Figure out what are some gifts that you have within you and start to monetize it. You could be a spa owner, you could be a hairstylist. There are so many ways that you can monetize without you personally like going to a physical place. You can create courses, you can create online, just any type of online, selling a product online, creating your own online store. There's so many different ways that you can create income through, because I know sometimes people think, well, I do hair, that's all I know how to do. Well, you know how to do hair. Teach other people through video how to do hair. Teach
Okay.
other people how to have healthy hair. You know, teach people how to run a successful salon on through courses. Like there's so many different ways for the spa owner. Teach people how to run a spa, how to be a successful business owner through the spa industry. Just so many different ways that you can create income using your gifts that you probably are looking over. Because a lot of times we look over the gifts that we have and think that this is all I should be doing. But be creative. Really look within. What else can I be doing that I don't have to necessarily physically be there, but I can actually do this online?
That's good. That's good. And this is why you should be hanging out with people like us, the coaches, because we're so used to seeing things from the outside. And really,
Yes.
I need a coach too. You know, I need
Yes.
a coach too because when you're within your own bubble, when you're facing a problem, you need somebody from the outside to see it more objectively. And this is really the value of having a coach. You know, you don't really need to pay for a coach all the time. You can talk to a friend. You know, you can watch her videos or whatever. Just be with other people.
Absolutely.
Can help you, encourage you. And I just love brainstorming with people. It just gives me ideas. Like there are times when I'll be doing my indoor workout and watching this YouTube video. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an idea. And then I have to start working out and like write it down because there's just so many things out there. We
Absolutely.
and creativity really starts from just the desire. You just need to have that desire to do something different, and it's available. I mean, oh my
Right.
gosh, it's available.
And that's what happens when you hang out with creators, you hang out with those who recognize their creators, because I believe we all are. You ignite something inside of someone else. You think about the story in the Bible, how their babies jumped. I believe
Yeah,
that's how it works.
yeah,
When our
yeah,
babies leap inside of us, I believe
yeah,
that's something that needs to be birthed. When you
yeah,
hang out with other creatives, it births something in you that want to be able to move towards something different and help you recognize it even more.
yeah. Well, you know what? We can go on and on and on. We have so much to talk about, but I'm gonna have you again in my segment, show, whatever you want to call it, in the very near future to talk about something different about business. But thank you so much, Regina, for this time.
Thank
For
you.
Yeah, I would love to have you again. Thank
Well,
you.
I look forward to it. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.